So a lot of people were shocked over the weekend when the Department of Justice said it is not going to prosecute Andrew McCabe, second in command to James Comey at the FBI during all the chaos during Russia collusion. So I was really surprised because the genesis of this is that the Justice Department Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, said publicly that Mr. McCabe lied at least 4 times, 3 under oath, about his interactions with the media. Now, is that a serious crime? Well, lying under oath to FBI agents obviously got General Flynn in trouble. Stone was a little bit more than that. That was a congressional lie. But yeah, so why are they not prosecuting McCabe if the Inspector General put that in writing that the man did lie? And I can't answer the question. I can't answer it. And McCabe has other things on his sheet. His wife, running for Congress in Virginia, received $500,000 from a political action committee tied into Terry McAuliffe, former governor and friend of Bill and Hillary Clinton. There's a lot of stuff swirling around McCabe. But our system is that he has to be charged. I can't imagine that the Attorney General, William Barr, is in the tank for Andrew McCabe. I just can't imagine it. The only thing that occurred to me is pure speculation, and do not take this as a fact, is that maybe McCabe is telling the Justice Department stuff about other people, because that happens. So you've got somebody on a low-level beef, perjury, and they're giving up bigger people. Possible. I can't really assess it any further than that. McCabe was fired from the FBI, had to be fired for a reason. He is suing the Department of Justice. He's launched a lawsuit against them, saying that his firing was, quote unquote, politically motivated. So he's in court on that. Bloomberg is a smart guy. I've said that to you from the beginning. And here's another compliment for the mayor. Out of all of the Democratic candidates, he could run the United States the best, in my opinion. Now, you could say that's not a high bar. You can make fun of the field. Fine. But Bloomberg ran New York City for 12 years very efficiently. If you look at what's there now, as opposed to Bloomberg, it's like 2 different countries. And New York City's tough. Bloomberg doesn't mention his competition in the Democratic Party, primarily because he should not be in that party. Bloomberg's not a Democrat. He's just running almost like Trump did. You know, Trump's not really a traditional Republican, but that's where the opening is. So Bloomberg took it. Yes. He's saying he's going to slap a wealth tax. Today he said he's going to slap a transitional tax on stocks, but he didn't care about any of that. Bloomberg's never cared about any of it. It's blah, 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 blah. He does care about global warming, climate change. That's a big Bloomberg thing. I don't know why he cares about guns, banning guns. If he could, he'd wipe out the Second Amendment in a heartbeat. All right, those things he cares about. But he's not really a traditional Democrat. All right, he doesn't want a colossus government to redistribute income. If Michael Bloomberg wanted to redistribute income, he could do it himself. He's got $60 billion. I mean, he's got his real estate holdings are worth more than a lot of states if you count the budget and the deficit those states are running. I mean, this guy has mansions all over the place. London, Bermuda, Colorado, New York City. I think he's got something in LA. I mean, he makes Trump on that front look like a pauper. So this is all okay. I could never get into the Republican Party with the global warming stuff, so I have to go to the Democratic Party. That's why he's there. Okay, what does undermine the justice system is if a good man like Attorney General Barr quits. And you know the controversy between President Trump and Barr. Roll tape.
He said that your comments on Twitter are making it impossible to do his job. Are you making his job impossible?
Yeah, I do make his job harder. I do agree with that. I think that's true. He's a very straight shooter. We have a great Attorney General, and he's working very hard. And he's working against a lot of people that don't want to see good things happen, in my opinion.
All right. So I told you earlier this week that this was not a death-defying controversy. So the Washington Post writes yesterday that anonymous sources tell its reporters that Barr may quit. I read the article. It's bogus. I don't believe a word of it. But this is what the Washington Post and the New York Times do. They want to hurt Trump. They want Barr to quit, really want him to quit because he's overseeing the Durham investigation. If Barr quits, that investigation totters. So that's what the Washington Post and New York Times want. They don't want James Comey indicted, which could happen. Now, I know all about McCabe, that Barr didn't bring charges against McCabe, and I'm waiting until Barr testifies in March in front of the House committee, because I'm sure Republicans are going to ask him, why'd you do that? If the Inspector General of the Justice Department said he lied, why did you not bring charges? And Barr's going to have to give an answer. But I'm not going to speculate on what that answer might be. We've already raised with Brett Tallman on Monday the specter that maybe a deal was cut of some kind. I don't know. But Barr himself, I do not believe that Barr will quit. I do not believe that Trump will push it any further. Okay? About Roger Stone. When Roger Stone gets sentenced, Trump will pardon him. And the reason is that Trump believes the reason Stone and Flynn are even looking at jail time is because of this illegal Russian collusion situation that was contrived and based on nothing. So if it was a false premise, then the FBI should never have investigated it. Report card. Bloomberg D, as in dopey. Elizabeth Warren B-. She made a comeback. She dominated the stage. She was on the march on offense. Amy Klobuchar B, as in boy. Klobuchar is a moderate, level-headed. We've checked her record. She's not a crazy leftist. She sympathizes with the liberal point of view on almost everything, but she's more practical than any of the others on the stage. All right? So she got a B, second good performance by Klobuchar. Buttigieg, C. Buttigieg really C+ I gave him, but it was really a C because he just can't or doesn't have the ability to project authority. Right? He just looks like a college kid out there, and it may be not his fault, but I'm not impressed with him. Bernie Sanders, C. Didn't say anything new, and I'm going to get to Sanders in a minute because it's really a scandal what the man is doing, but he was just there. And finally, Vice President Biden, D. Biden stands for nothing. He has no program. He has no vision. He can't get it. At one point, he was saying that Bloomberg's secretary pays more in capital gains than Bloomberg does, 25%. That's what Biden said. Nobody pays 25% capital gains. You either pay 20% long-term gain or you pay what your income tax rate is. Maybe he meant that, but it's so foggy, nobody knows what he's talking about. But the big thing is Biden has no message. Joe Biden has no message. What does he stand for? He should just come out with a big sign. I'll do what Barack did. That's all he's got. Well, when I was vice president, Barack, I'll do what Barack did. Don't ask me any questions. Hold it up. Whenever he's asked a question in debate, hold up the sign. I'll do what Barack did. That's all he's got. Biden is through. He's done. I'm sorry. Even if he wins South Carolina, which is, I don't even know if he's going to do that. I can't imagine him competing anymore.